Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to show you the trays that I made for this fantastic game here. And let me try and get this all in big box here. But this is the tri-pack, the first one, Battles of the American Revolution. This has Guilford, Saratoga, and Brandywine in here. And I think there's a bonus game too. Mark Michaelis, who, made all of these American Revolution games, and they are really fantastic. So if you haven't ordered this on P500, please do. Hopefully I'll give you a reason to, because we'll show you some really cool trays, counter trays that are in here that organize this to make this so that it closes up completely and sits on any shelf either vertically or horizontally, doesn't matter. So let's take a look at it. All right, so we'll open up the box here. And again, I like to organize everything in 3 different containers, small sub-containers, because they fit on the, number one, they fit on the platform of the 3D printer mucho easier. Anyway, they easily fit on the platform of the 3D printer. That's the word I needed, or the way I need to phrase it. So I have these all sorted out by the different games. So here's Saratoga, Guilford, and Brandywine here. So we'll pull these out here. Now, one of the cool things about the tri-pack really is you get better counters than you get in the first game. And in the front here, you see that I have your tactic cards here. They're organized up the front there to prevent any movement in the box that way. So they go up there. And then, of course, everything is in here that you want. So everything that came in this box fits back in. All of your player aid cards for all 3 games are in here. Everything. So they all fit in here. All of the rule books are all in here also. And of course, these beautifully mounted maps, which is one of the great reasons to get these tri-packs. And you can still get this at a cheap price on the P500. So if you haven't done so already, do so. I own all of these games, but I still bought the tri-packs because I do like the maps and I like the way that this is organized here. Okay, so let me put this off to the side here. And we'll start out with our Brandywine. Now you can see that I like to color code stuff. Let me bring this back into frame here. I like to color code. And you see that when you lift this off, this is also blue. And we have all of our British soldiers here, including our 10-sided dies here. And we have all of our American soldiers here, or patriots, whatever you'd like to call them. Now, this tray, and let me get over to a close-up here so you can see. This tray, maybe that's too close, John. There we go. Tri-tray 3 lid. So this tells you that this is the tri-tray 3 lid. And then each one of these counters here has, this is 3B. And this one here is 3A. And they do have little notches here that lock in. So they lock in together. That prevents them from moving. And then once you put this lid on, it goes into those notches and all around the tray. And it locks everything in place so nothing gets messed up. That was a big leap of faith there, huh? So the tray 3B is all of the Americans, and you have some liberty to to adjust them the way that you want them, but most of them they'll fit in just like I have them organized here. And here are the British, and I'll show you the depth. See how we have different depths there for these guys. And your 10-sided dice goes in the Brandywine one. Guilford, we'll check that one out. And again, same way here. When you pull off the lid, you see the lid goes around. All of this to lock this in. These lock the lid onto place there so nothing gets moved. And this lid is, I don't know how well you're going to be able to read that because it's black. But trust me that it says Tri-Tray 2 lid on this side here. And then when you look at these, they also say Tri-Tray 2A, I believe there. Let me see. Yes, that's 2A. And this would be 2B. So the 2B has all of the British here. And these are all the British pieces for this game. And the way that I have them organized here, which you can copy, and you can see there are different depths. So, you know, it's not too hard to organize them once you get them laid out. These are the 8-sided die that you have for the game. And then some player aid pieces there, including here for the game. And again, these lock together so they can't move this way. And then we go ahead and put our lid on, and the lid slides all around this little lip here and locks them in that way also. And then we'll look at Saratoga. And again, the same way, but the thing about Saratoga, now you do have to hold these together. You know, you don't want to pull them out of the box too easy, because you can pull the lid off and they can pop out. But if you just sort of grab on both the top and the bottom part here, like right here, that holds them together pretty good. Now you notice the Saratoga has this little notch there, and if you remember, that went to the front of the box where those cards were standing up, and that keeps the cards separated and everything locked in. And this one here, this has the notches over here that hold in these trays. So it's kind of a unique tray. On this one, we have the 6-sided dice that fit into here. And again, this one's a little tighter fit, which is not a bad thing, except be aware of that when you separate it so that you don't go fing and zing them all over the place. And so here's all of our American counters here. And you can see that they're different heights there. And the rest of the Americans, and some of our game counters here. And then on this side, we have our British counters. Oh, I got them upside down. Look at that. I should have put them the other way. So disorganized. All right, here we go. The British counters. And so they're all right here. We have some Rally on Me. Now these pins are and shatters over here. These are also disruptions. So, you know, there are so many of the pins and disruptions. I try to keep them so that you can see everything. And then the Indian withdrawals are also disruptions on the other side. So some of them have 2-sided, just be aware of that. Organize them any way that you want. And we'll put this back together here. And oops, one out there pushing, getting too rambunctious there. And then we put our Saratoga lid back on there. All right, so again, like I said, this Saratoga, you remember that's the one that had this little notch right there. That goes up towards the front there, separates these cards that are locked in up here, and that separates them. And then you can place these in any order that you want. I always like to put them both ends here and then put this last one so that I can hold it by the bottom there, and then let that slide right down. And the box goes back on, fits nice and tight. Okay, so that's what I have for the tri-pack Battles of the American Revolution. This is the first one. And again, these are on the GMT website. Please do thank GMT for supporting the hobby and us, and allowing us to have these on their site, easy access for all of you. And it makes it easy for me to place them someplace. There's no cost for downloading these. You can make as many as you want for all your friends. If you have a 3D printer, they would love that. All of the people that you play. You can also have them made by other companies. You can send out the STL files to companies. I don't know how much that costs. I have my own machine, so that's pretty much what I do. But please do like and subscribe to the channel. That helps out. I have a lot of other stuff and a lot of other content on the channel, which you may like if you do like this type of stuff. And hopefully we'll see you guys or I'll have you here with me in the next video. Thanks for watching.